Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? It's morning here in the UK anyway, whatever time of day it might be. Wherever you are, I hope you're having a good one and that you're not melting as much as I am today. So here in the UK, it is sweltering. I think it's at 26, 27 degrees at the moment. Let's have a look at the old phone. So we're at, if it won't suddenly disappear, the figures, 24 degrees according to this. It's going to be going up to at least close to 30 later. So we'll never mind that now, though. I am here to update you on some Squeefest news, guys. Sorry if I don't look my usual ebullient, happy self. Just been a lot going on with it. Last night or yesterday as a whole was a little bit trying. So yesterday I shared out a link to make a donation. Essentially just giving just set up the owl raised a link, and the link that they raised they sent to me and I put it out, and I then said, oh yeah, it's great, but I can't see the title on the page you set up. Could you sort that out? And in the meantime we were back and forthing on these posters and the branding and everything else, and I'd done just a billion versions of the poster. My spelling's atrocious, so Rid, the wonderful man who does a lot of the marketing stuff for the Owl Centre charity we're raising money for. He knows the spellings and everything, but anyway, so it gets to the point where he then sends me a new link. I'm like, oh sorry, he sends me saying it's like, oh, the link's been taken down. You have to raise a new one, so like then you'll be able to see it. And I said, oh, what about the donation so far? So basically, if you've donated so far, don't worry. The main thing that's really important, I keep reminding myself of this, is that the charity have got the money. We're going to try and see on Monday if Just Giving can transfer the funds raised to the fundraiser. Touchwood, hopefully they should be able to. We set a really ambitious goal, or I have, of £2,006, because even though one event or two events, I think it was, we didn't use Just Giving, that's the amount which I've raised previously on Just Giving for Squeefests. So I thought, given that it's so much bigger and better than ever this year, that Squeefest could meet that target, but we're under a new Just Giving link. So as I say, if you donated before, don't worry, your funds have still gone to the Owl Centre charity. That's the main thing. Hopefully we'll get them added to our total later if they can do that. But in the corner of the screen right now is the new QR code. You couldn't be the first one to donate, but you could be the first one to donate on this code. So guys, please do get donating. That's what this is all about, raising money for the Owl Centre charity, which, if you don't know, it's a wonderful neurodivergent charity. They do speech therapy. They go into schools. They help with post-diagnosis support for people of all ages. They do so much wonderful stuff. They're helping the NHS reduce the waiting list through Right to Choose. So they're a private provider which provides slots for the NHS. But yeah, they are a wonderful charity. They do so much. They've got connections with charities around the world, which comes into play with Squeefest, because I'm going to go through the post again. So basically, the video which I did yesterday, I had to take down because, yeah, it's the old QR code and link and everything. However, guys, we soldier on. I'm going to go through it all again. So if you saw this yesterday, sorry, it'll be a bit of a repeat. But guys, again, code just there. If you want to donate right now. Gotta admit, I do love the technology. So guys, we've got, this is some of the headlining acts we've got, all the kind of celebrities we've got coming on. If you look at the bottom, it's got all some podcasts and stuff. We've got the panels which are happening, which are going to be amazing. I will be sharing out these posters. I'll put them underneath this on Facebook and YouTube. So if you're seeing this and you want to help out and you've already donated, or you can't afford to donate, that's cool. Just please share the posters, and I'll be popping them on my timeline anyway. And please just help spread the word. Like, we understand, as I say, if people can't afford to donate, please do donate. This is a wonderful cause. This is I want to prevent the next me from getting to 45 and then discovering who they are and that they've got neurodiversity, and that affects how they do everything. It'd be really great, and charities like this is how it happens. It takes the stigma off. We normalize it. We help people out as they need, and eventually, hopefully, there will be this. We'll get rid of this whole stigma on it. We'll get rid of treating autism like an illness. We'll get rid of ADHD being made up, which some people seem to think. Let's get rid of all that we don't need it anymore. We need to help people out. So I really think charities like this is how it happens. They're helping people out. They're showing how it works. I am living testament to how well the medication works. I wouldn't have been able to do a Squeefest like this without it. Anyway, look, this is the lineup, guys. I'm going to go through it very quickly because I did it yesterday. So times in BST. So if you're viewing somewhere around the world, please type in BST to local time or BST to whatever time zone you're in. But anyway, we've got at 2:00, we're kicking things off with the Al Center charity with Nicola Lathy. She's been helping me set up the day, so we're going to have a wonderful chat about that, and there'll be an intro to the day. We're going to, in that hour as well, at the beginning, we're going to open up Squeefest with our new single, which is now out, hopefully on Monday. We had to delay the release because of it doesn't matter. Basically, it's just taken a bit longer. It needs, it's been mixed. We're just kind of checking all the artists are happy with it because, of course, they are giving up their time for free. We want to make sure we best represent them and we give you the best song possible. So as soon as that's out, though, it's going to be £2. It's on Bandcamp. I'll give you all the details at the time, but please do check out our single. We've got at 3:00, it's Ben Sims. He's a chronic pain and neurodiversity specialist. So, guys, if you don't know, people who are neurodivergent do experience pain greater, like we feel pain greater, which I didn't know. I just thought I was being a whistle these years. So that's really great to find out. At 4:00, we've got ND children in Vietnam. So we hear about what it's like for people in Vietnam who've got neurodiversity, what's on offer there. We've got the Dark Room with John Robertson. Sorry, we haven't got the Dark Room. We've got John Robertson from the Dark Room. Pardon me. He's going to be, and I've noticed I've missed a bracket on that. Anyway, he's going to be here for an interview with me. Absolutely wonderful. If you've never seen the Dark Room before, man, you're missing out. We'll talk all about it. At 6:00, we've got Bipolar Lived Experiences with Ruth Watson, Emma Rees, and Kenton Hall. At 7:00, we've got Comedy Kings, which is George Coppen and James King. George Coppen is a wonderful established comedian. He's currently touring with his new show Under the Board Dwarf, which is a little person. He's not just just because it's relevant to that. That's the other reason why I raise it. And James King, he's my buddy who has just done, you may know him as Captain Jim from the Director Files and Retrek podcasts. So Jim has done a stand-up challenge. I'm actually going to go and see him tomorrow performing for the first time ever. So we're going to talk about the challenge. We're going to talk about George's career. It's going to be great. At 8:00, we've got Outrageous Liars with Ed Fortune, and the guests are going to be Tom Lissus from Due South, and my buddy Michelle Sewell and I are going to be joining Tom to play the game. So it's going to be a Due South by Southeast takeover. That's a podcast we do about Due South, and starring someone from Due South. Come on, might even be an extra player. We're just going to find out soon. At 9:00, we've got Podcasting and Neurodiversity. That's with Reese Jenkins. My buddy Gemma Williams is going to join us. Unfortunately, she's a bit under the weather. She suffers from long COVID, so when she gets a cold, that knocks her out of actions for weeks. So she knows, in advance, if it's not going to be likely, she's going to be okay. If she has a miracle recovery, of course, we'll have her on. But it looks like just me and Reese, who does a podcast about neurodiversity. So perfect. At 10:00, we've got neurodiversity, disability, and family. So Bethany Lunny is a 15-year-old author. She's written 2 books. She's going to be there with her mum, and they're going to talk about growing up with autism, what it's like for a family when someone's got autism, especially in their family, where Bethany's sister, or sorry, brother, also has a rare chromosome disease. So a lot to balance for one family. We're going to hear all about how they do it. And again, author at 15 twice. We've got, I mentioned director files before, so that's me and James King. We're currently talking about David Lynch. So the director files is where we take a director. We're still on our first one. So basically, David Lynch passed away. We want to celebrate his career in movies. So we start going through them. And I suggested Jim, hey, why don't we do this as an ongoing thing? And we'll go through all of Lynch's films, because I think it was 10 he made, which he, fully auteured, directed, written, all that. So once we finish that, we're going to do a season another one. But that's never mind that out. We're going to be talking about Mulholland Drive, which is one of his classic films. At midnight, we've got Arcane Frequency. So I like to put on something a bit spooky related. And it's not, though, to mock anyone who's on there. But at midnight, we've got a couple of bona fide ghost hunters who I know who do this podcast, Arcane Frequencies. So that's Andy and Mary. And we're going to talk about like their latest ghostly goings on. We've got at 1 o'clock neurodiversity and cuts in America. I'm really looking forward to this. We've got an expert from over there who's a speech language pathologist, San Diego. I want to hear about how they're managing with the cuts with an already stretched budget, how you plan ahead when you don't know what the landscape's going to be like tomorrow. It's going to be a good chat. I'm just going to move to the other side because my back is killing me. Oh, that's better, and the light's better over here. Aha, hello everyone. Okay, let's go for poster 2. I'll pause for the cause. Cheers everyone. I hope you're enjoying a nice coffee this morning. So guys, anyway, at 2 a.m. we've got Nana Visitor. That's from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. By the way, the idea is we're hoping that people are going to be watching all through the night from different time zones, different places. But if you're looking forward to seeing Nana, but that's a bit too late for your blood here in the UK, don't worry. All these will be released as separate podcasts afterwards. So no fear there. We've got Ray O'Leary at 3 a.m. So he's from Taskmaster, New Zealand. We've got it's a wonderful stand-up. I saw him when he was here in Southampton. Wonderful guy. At 4 a.m. we've got Blaine Garrison versus Squee, the ADHD off. So my buddy Blaine, he used to say that his podcasts were brought to you by ADHD. So yeah, let's just say when me and him get talking, we're not struggling for something to say between two of us. We've got a 5 a.m. neurodiversity around the world. That's with India. We've got Vietnam and we've got Kazakhstan. I want to compare. I want to see what are the provisions like in countries in different cultures to our own. How do they look after people with neurodiversity? Is it treated seriously? That's going to be a fascinating chat to compare all those. Random chat with Scree at 6 a.m. So originally this was going to be a science kind of fun science fact slot, but my buddies who I was going to ask to join me for that weren't available. So I'm going to have some pre-recorded questions from my friend Paul G. And I'm not going to know the scenarios. It's something we've used as well for the little 10-minute gaps where I'm going to take comfort breaks. Got some pre-recorded material. Part of it is these random chat things with me, Paul, and Will Wilkins, all in person. This is just going to be me with virtual Paul G. I just want to see if I could do an hour on my own, especially so sleep deprived, because apparently this challenge was too easy. At 7 a.m. we've got all about dyspraxia, so I'm going to have to. So you're going to have a disembodied voice here. I'll do the arms. So guys, so at 7 a.m. we've got all about dyspraxia with Nili Mamu. Talking about dyspraxia. It's one of the neurodiverse conditions which I know the least about, so I'm really looking forward to that one. We've got Unclassical Podcast. So that is with my friend Marsha. She'd usually be joined by her sister Katie. And once again, I've forgotten to look up her fiance's name, but he's going to be joining us this time because Kate couldn't make it. basically they go through some classic literature, and they point out the weird and the wonderful with in it, the sexism, the weird ideas. We did fairy tales one year, which if you've ever seen any of the original fairy tales, you'll know how bonkers they are. At 9 a.m. we've got the Owl Centre Charity Chair, Laura Roberts. That's going to be great. I can't wait to talk to her. Bridget Schnell, Schnesden, sorry, Schnesdell, sorry, Bridget Schnesdell joins us at 10 a.m. She's a Senko in Hertfordshire. So I'm just as interested to hear how things are going with education and providing that help with kids today, and like the growing pressure on budgets. We've got 11 a.m. We've got dyslexia and dyscalculia with Joanna Holdaway. Excuse me, guys. I had very little sleep last night. Dyslexia. I want to know, for me personally, I've got dyslexia. I want to know if there's any benefits to it. So I used to think everything was due to dyslexia because I didn't know I had ADHD and pretty obviously autism. I'm just waiting for an assessment for that one. However, yeah, when I realized so much wasn't to do with that, that was to do with the ADHD or the autism, they're more autistic or ADHD traits. Suddenly I realized all the kind of stuff which I love about myself, which makes me more creative, I find. I don't think they do with dyslexia. I mean, I suppose in the same way the other ones do, it forces you to think creatively. So maybe, I don't know. I look forward to asking about that and hearing all about dyscalculia. At midday, we've got music and making the song for Squeefest with Madam Misfit and Kenton Hall and myself. We're just going to be talking about the song, which will be out by then. We'll replay the video and we're going to have a good time chatting about that and putting the song together and just generally about music. Due South by Southeast, that's my podcast with Michelle, wraps up the 24 hours. However, as you may see on the poster, it says bonus pre-recorded hour 2 till 3. So the wonderful TikTok Jesus, aka Scotty Wartooth, who has nearly 8 million followers, is going to be joining us on pre-recorded. Fortunately, he couldn't make the day, and we thought that was a great shame to have such a wonderful and popular guest, I'm going to be honest about it, who could draw attention to the charity. I want to talk to him as well because he sounds like a fascinating guy. Chat to him a bit. We're both LARPers, so that's what we can talk about. So if you can hear dogs bark in the background, it's not mine on this occasion. But anyway, Scotty's going to be joining me. TikTok Jesus himself. So that's our day, guys. It's looking amazing. Everyone's giving up their time for free. With the song, there is a small percentage. If you go to, you can look it up, you can see the percentage which Bandcamp take. That's the only money which goes away from the single. All the rest goes to the Owl Centre charity. So please, when the single comes out, not only download it, share it, get it to as many as you can. And we just love to make some money for a great cause. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Sorry that we shared an incorrect link yesterday. I think I've got it from everywhere, but if you see the other one, please do let me know. It looked like this, but it'll have the Just Giving symbol. I think it's the G in the middle of it. And that's the incorrect link. This link without the G in the middle, I think they put the G in the middle of the ones which are done by the charity themselves. I think that's why I couldn't see everything. It was set up by the charity. It's their first time doing Just Giving, so teething problems can happen. And these things happen, guys. But we're back on it today. I'm going to try and lose the negative attitude because I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit moody last night. I was and this is no fault, this is no fault of anyone's really. My spelling is awful. When you do it on a poster, sometimes it doesn't pick it up in the same way that it does on words. And so yeah, there was loads of typos, which the guy from the Owl Centre was he was lovely about, kept on sending me them, and I realized there was some which were repeated on multiple posters. So you've got the lineup poster, you've also got the poster with the acts just listed. So yeah, if anyone's fault, it's mine. But, you can't help dyslexia, you can't help not being good at spelling. That's what this day's about in part. But it was just frustrating. If you've grown up with being very bad at spelling, when you keep on getting spelling corrections back, it's frustrating, but you realize when you're an adult, it's not the fault of the person sending it. Don't shoot the messenger. Yeah, It's just annoying. Anyway, guys, I'm just ranting now. I hope you're having a lovely day. Please do look after yourself. Please do donate all you can. If you are old school and prefer not to use a link, you can also donate at justgiving.com/page/thinkowl. So it's justgiving.com/page/thinkowl. And you do need to add the page in there because that's how they separate the fundraisers, which are done by the charity, to the pages, which are done by individuals like myself. So guys, thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed this update, and please give generously to Squeefest. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.